We're just over a quarter of the way through today's run. Feeling pretty good. Legs are a little tight, but they're loosening up as we progress. So feeling good about it. All right, we are here at the halfway point of the run. Feeling pretty good. Shins are still a little bit tight. They're hanging in there. Nothing unbearable. More of a dull ache. So we're gonna keep on pushing. Also, a buddy of mine, Chase, gave me this Maurten Gel 100 to give a try. I've been trying different fuel sources, so we're gonna give this one a whirl, and I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks, Chase. All right, we are just over 3/4 of the way through the run. Feeling pretty good. Legs are loosening up, which is really nice. That Maurten Gel, so far I enjoy it. It's holding up pretty well, so I'm pretty pleased with that. We just had to come and take a little detour, taking the scenery here on the Tennessee River. It's a beautiful day. All right, that was 8 miles done and dusted. Felt really good despite leg day being yesterday. Felt strong. Pretty excited about the rest of the day. Should have some playoff football on. Some really good stuff. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Fit for a Kingdom. First off, I want to start by saying we have been making videos for almost a year now, gotten up to 50 subscribers through just 6 videos. And this year I'm hoping to put out several more videos than that, but regardless, I am beyond thankful for everybody who's watched, everybody who's commented, shared a video. It means more to me than you know. Most of you know that I started this channel to be able to document things that one day my son, who's now 6 months old, can look back on and think that he learned something from one of these videos, that he's a better man because of one of these videos, or even to say that maybe dad used to be cool. I don't know, but that means a ton to me that you guys have supported the channel and watched, and it just means the world to me. I ask that you just continue to let me know any videos that you'd like to see or anything upcoming this year. We've got several ideas in the works, and I'd love to hear what you guys would like to be seeing. So one of the things that I touched on in one of my very first videos on the channel was the name Fit for a Kingdom, how we settled on that name. It was something that I thought about for a long time, and I ultimately chose Fit for a Kingdom because it perfectly summarizes to me the need for balance of strength and wellness of the mind, the body, and the spirit, and all of those things working in unison to the glory of God. So something that means a lot to me is being able to pair those 3 facets of life and sync them together and use it for something bigger than yourself, for the bigger purpose and mission, intent of God, and to bring more people to Him. So that's where the name Fit for a Kingdom came from. And one of the 3 that is included in that is the body, physical fitness, taking care of our earthly body so that we can use it through various ways to glorify God. And with that, I have been thinking about ways that I can push myself going forward to become a more grounded, more intentional human with the way that I use my body and the way that I prepare myself like a warrior would prepare for battle, that I can prepare my body to best serve God. And one of the ways that I really enjoy doing that is by making myself uncomfortable by doing things that are new, foreign, that are just completely unheard of previously experiences to myself. I made the decision to sign up for a half marathon with my brothers. Here is a completed training plan that a buddy of mine wrote up for me. It was only about 8 weeks long. Most half or full marathon training blocks are anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks. So I was a little behind the ball at the start. But once my buddy Chase was able to get this scheduled to me, I did not miss a day, which is something that I'm extremely proud of. In any physical fitness endeavor I've done in the past, it's just kind of been either making up a training plan as I go or just kind of winging everything. So to be able to have started and seen through a plan really means a lot to me. I made sure that I didn't miss a day, or if I did have to miss a day due to a little bit of a tweak of an injury or weather or whatever it was that I made that day up. We are now 4 days out from the race. I have completed everything on there. The only 2 remaining blocks at the bottom of that were our shakedown run, which will be on Saturday, and then the half marathon on Sunday. So that's super exciting stuff. One of the things, as I increased my mileage and I'd been doing more running than I'd ever done before, that I'd never really had to consider before, but now I was having to learn about, was nutrition, specifically nutrition as it relates to running. I'd never, like I said, followed a structured plan, so I'd never been able to increase my mileage over time to where nutrition mattered. So I was able to test a variety of gels, gummies. I used honey a good bit, and then honey stinger waffles, both in pre-run nutrition and during my runs. And I was also able to experiment with caffeinated versus uncaffeinated gels at various points in my runs, and it really allowed me to figure out a side of running that I had never considered before. With a lot of guidance and help from a lot of other people, I've been able to, at least enough for a half marathon, tweak my nutrition to where I'm comfortable for the race we've got coming up, and to where I feel like I'm really in a good spot nutrition-wise that I'll be able to properly fuel. Another side of running that I've gotten to explore a lot more with this is the shoe collection. When I first started this prep, I owned a pair of Brooks Hyperion Maxes. And through this, I've been able to cycle through to where my whole plan, my rotation included the Brooks Hyperion Maxes, the On Cloudflow 5s, the Asics Nova Blast 5s, and the Kane recovery shoes. The Hyperion Maxes are the ones that I started the journey with. They've got a really high, I believe it's a 44 stack, so they're very cushioned, very comfortable on the road. And at first I thought, well, this is the only pair of shoes that I'll need. I thought they were perfect for me. I was feeling good most of the time, but then as I wore them more and more, I started experiencing some outer knee, like runner's knee, and then up into my hip discomfort. And then my brother purchased for me for my birthday a pair of the On Cloudflow 5s. They're a much more firm shoe. With the lower stack, allowed me to be much more grounded to the road, to feel a lot more stable in my runs, and that really helped ease some of that pain through my knee and through my hip. And then I went out and purchased a pair of Asics Nova Blast 5s to be my daily trainer, and I completely fell in love with them. They are extremely comfortable, good for track workouts, tempo runs, long runs. They're just phenomenal. They're great all-around shoes. And then my brother's also purchased for me for my birthday a pair of Kane recovery shoes, and those have been great for just getting my bearings back about me in between workouts, that I can have something that I'm comfortable in. They breathe well, but that also supports the areas of my feet that I need it to. And so those have been great. As it went on, the rotation kind of shifted to where the Hyperions became more or less my recovery shoe. The Cloudflow 5s became a slow pace, long distance shoe. The Nova Blasts kind of filled in a little bit of everywhere. I'd use them on a recovery day. I'd use them at the track, and I'd use them on my long runs. And then, like I said, the Kane recovery shoes were really almost every single day throughout the whole thing, but especially in between longer or bigger efforts. Something else that I've factored into this whole plan, this whole training plan, is recovery. That's something that I'd never really focused on much before, but through the Theragun, a roller, doing yoga, and through weight training, I was able to stay relatively healthy, feeling good through the whole block. And I think focusing on the recovery side in unison with the full training block is what really allowed me to be comfortable and to excel. And so I'm really excited that I was able to sync those up so well that they complemented each other. It was not too much running and not enough weight training or recovery, and it was not too much focus on recovery and weights and not enough running. I felt like a really good balance of the two to be in a workup plan. The race, like I said, is just over 4 days out, and it is going to be on Oak Island. It is one of the flattest half marathons that you can find, and I'm super lucky that I'm going to be getting to run it with both of my brothers. I feel like getting to experience something like this with siblings is not something that happens very often. I know how lucky I am to be afforded this opportunity that I get to run with both of my brothers. That's such a phenomenal blessing that not a lot of people get to experience, and so I don't take that lightly. And Wyatt and Jack, I'm very much looking forward to running with you guys. I'm super excited about it. So this video is going to be this pre-race and the lead up and the training that went into it, and then I'm going to have a second video that is the trip to and including the race and trip back from Oak Island. So I'm really excited about that. Stay tuned. That should be a pretty fun one. I've got a Bible verse before I leave you out of here. Turn over to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 19 through 20. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You were bought at a price, therefore honor God with your bodies. I think it's such a wonderful thing that we get to use these bodies in a variety of different ways to glorify God and to work on behalf of his kingdom. So I thought that was a fitting verse. Like I said, stay tuned for the video where we go and actually run the half in Oak Island. That should be a super fun video, and I'm super excited. And thank you guys for being here.